Hi, my name is Pauline, founder of Saussure Weddings Events, a wedding agency curating memorable events on the islands of Mallorca. And here I am for the most exciting interview ever with Sofia, who makes the best cakes.
Thank you. Thank
Sofia, do you want to speak about yourself? Tell us a little bit about who you are, where you come from, how did you create this amazing company? A bit about you.
Well, let's see. I'm not originally from Mallorca. I'm from San Francisco, and I lived there my entire life.
You arrived here when?
I arrived here 8 years ago, and
Already?
pretty much within a week, I already had an event. I had a wedding.
Because wait, were you doing this in San Francisco before? Done this your
I've
whole
been
life?
doing this 24 years.
Okay, so you were not a newbie when you arrived on the island.
No, I'm a veteran. So 24 years, I don't know anybody on the island that's been doing cakes as long as me. So
Yeah.
definitely a long time. And I just happened to fall in love with baking.
It's a real passion of yours.
It's a bit of a long story. It's a super passion. I mean, I was actually in college and I got accepted to law school. But I got a job working at a bakery.
I had no idea.
Yeah. And so I started working at a bakery to sort of pay for some of my things. And I completely forgot about law school. And I thought,
wait, bakery meaning making cakes or
Yeah,
making bread or
so I'm
what
very
did you do over there?
artistic. My pre-college university,
Background.
I did art history. So I'm an art history major, and I was going into law school. So for me, art is super important.
Essential of
Exactly.
designs.
And I got this job because my neighbor said, "Hey, they're looking for a cake decorator." I'm like, I've never decorated in my life. And he says, "That's okay. You
So
draw, right?"
random.
Yeah. So my boss at that time, she hired me based on my sketches, and literally she showed me 2 hours
How to do it.
how to decorate a cake.
But
And
by
just
giving you a cake in the hand,
gave
you
me
go.
a cake, and after 2 hours, I was the cake decorator.
Incredible.
So it was sink or swim. Eventually, obviously, I got my
24 years later.
my credentials, my official cooking credentials, and I've been literally addicted to this since. And I don't think anyone could love their job more. So I'm really happy.
Maybe me.
Yeah.
It's my own job.
So
And if you need to think back to the most memorable cake you've ever made, to like one, we always have one wedding, one event, one cake, one thing that comes to your mind.
You asked me this question, and I'm not a name dropper, but I will have to name drop because so I had been working maybe a year at the bakery, the first bakery
In San Francisco.
in San Francisco, and we got an order from Madonna.
Madonna.
Yeah,
She just
Madonna.
She
Yeah.
just entered and said, "Hi, I want a
Well,
cake."
no, her team called and they're like, "We'd like you to make her birthday cake," and this was during
Incredible.
Exactly.
Wow.
And so this was during her sort of cowboy era. And so they wanted her to be on a mechanical bull. The cake shaped like a mechanical bull and her riding it.
Incredible.
So we made it. And part of the contingency was if we're going to do it, they had to give us tickets.
Oh,
So
wow.
my boss, who was much older, was like,
Go
"Here
for
you
it."
Go for it. So we got to go
That's incredible.
super close.
But it's also, I think, a good start in,
Yeah.
in
It
your
was like,
nation.
I can't believe I'm making a cake for
Yeah, but
Madonna.
it gives you this ego boost for the rest of your life in Mallorca. no?
Yeah, it sort of was like, you know what?
If I can do this, I can do
If I
anything.
can do this, I can do anything. I made a cake for her, and she was
ta-da.
happy, and now
You make
the world
fabulous,
is my oyster, you
yeah,
know?
and you make fabulous cakes every
Exactly.
day. So speaking about these clients, these wonderful clients who come to you every day,
Mhm.
how does it work? What's the design process behind? What's the first conversation that you have with them?
So typically, what I like to do is organize a meeting and a tasting, and we'll meet either in my studio or maybe in the lobby of their hotel.
Because they reach you, if you rewind, they reach you through Instagram or always by planners?
Well, for the most part, I've worked a lot through wedding planners. I have like my favorite vendors that I work with. There's really specific wedding planners like you who I put more preference with. Typically, I don't like to take too many orders.
I know you do take direct leads, but only when you have time.
I do when I have time. I will take orders outside of my favorite vendors, but I don't want to be too busy. So I have maybe an event at the most a day.
So in a season, how many wedding cakes or event cakes?
It can really vary, but it can go about 75 through the whole.
So throughout your career, you must have done so many cakes.
I've done so many cakes.
After I'll ask you which was the most challenging. But so let's rewind. They come, they meet you at the hotel.
So they come, they meet me either at the hotel lobby or in my studio, and we have 3 samples ready to
we have behind,
such as this, and we sit down and have a conversation. One of my first questions is, what is your flavor profile?
But do if I'm speaking as a guest or a client, or do we actually know what we want?
No.
Do we need you for that? I think
most of the time. So I get a variety of different variables. Each couple's, they're different.
Some know exactly.
Some know exactly what they want. Some need a little direction. Some maybe the groom is really into it and the bride isn't. And sometimes the bride is very focused and she has all her, photos and everything.
She comes with you with her Pinterest boards.
So I have learned, I'm here for my clients. I'm super open. I'm not going to push people in a direction. You have to be really intuitive. I know that sounds weird.
No, it doesn't actually. I think
but with each client, you have to be able to read them. Do they want my help? Do they want me to just kind of sit back and let them sort of tell me exactly, take the lead? So I really have to feel each client out, and I have like a batting average, I think, of 100. I mean, I'm usually pretty good at reading clients, and so if they know exactly what they want, I'm more than open to do it exactly how they want. If they're a little bit confused, I'm more than happy to help them, depending on, they don't know what style they want, or they're stuck on 5 designs that they saw on Pinterest, for example, or they're like, what about my wedding dress? Can you match it with my wedding dress?
Oh, we had a bride like that. And I think that's also where a planner can come and help, because we often have a theme in the wedding, so we can share it with you and not have a cake that's turquoise when we're doing a Mediterranean feel to it.
And that's the great thing about working with somebody. The way that I work, I'm more like a personal chef, and I customize everything bespoke. And so I do speak to the planner a lot. Me and you speak a lot.
I love speaking
through the whole process.
Yeah.
We have to talk about several things.
The size of the cake,
exactly,
and
where
of course
is it
the
going to be
budget,
put?
The
budget, exactly.
Yeah.
All the logistics. If there's going to be a fridge, what's the road look like? If the cake is taller than 4 tiers, I have to think about where I'm going to construct it, how I'm going to construct it. There's several variables. So,
it's a lot of challenges.
I think it's much better to work with somebody like me than if you go in a bakery and they're just like, here's your order.
Yeah,
there's
your order. How many people?
I mean, I've heard horror stories where they show up, there's no fridge space, there's no table for it, they haven't discussed the location or the time to deliver it. So I, in essence, have to think about all of that, and I make sure that not only is the cake going to taste good and be pretty, but that it
works.
It works out with the schedule of the wedding and is displayed the way it's supposed to be, and all of that. So it's
time consuming, and I see a lot of TikToks where you have this wedding cake just fabulous, just falling on the floor. And
no.
Have you ever had it never happened, but did you ever have a fear that it might, or a challenge, or where you were like, oh my God, it's gonna fall?
Yeah. So 24 years, I've never had a cake fall on me.
Do you touch wood?
I touch wood, yeah. I've never had a cake fall on me, but I have. I've had, not you, but I've had wedding planners not listen to my instructions. So I had this 8-tier cake in Dea. Okay.
So Dea
it
goes
a
up.
very windy place, and they had no refrigeration. So I had to stack this cake there. So I told her.
So what do we do? Air conditioning? No air conditioning?
No air conditioning. I had to do it outside in San Marioch. It's an outdoor event place. So I told them, look, if I stack the cake, this 8-tier cake there, I have to do it in situ. Like, you cannot move it from there because it's...
But does it not melt with the heat?
That's the thing. I had to set it up just before they presented the cake and served it. So I stacked it all up. I hammered this wooden dowel that goes straight through the tiers. I had a stepladder to do it. And then they looked at me and they said, now we have to move it. And I said, what?
Can you say no? Can you say like, it isn't gonna fall?
No, I told you. So then this angel of a guy from Bosch was like, you know what? I'll move it. And
because whose responsibility is it?
I couldn't pick up an 8-tier cake. That was the reason, So I thought, okay, let's do it. Let's do the Holy Mary. I couldn't watch. He picked up this cake as if it weighed like nothing.
Does it weigh a lot?
And he went super fast.
Oh my God.
And he put it on the table, and all I saw was the top tier kind of dance.
So it does move.
It danced a little bit, but it was perfect. Didn't move, and it was. Pretty,
oh my God!
It was pretty incredible.
It was not the planner on this wedding.
I'll show you a video one day. I have a video of it. So.
No, that's memorable, and I think that every event is different. Every event has its own challenges.
Yeah, definitely.
It's one of the advice that you give to couples is to really well prepare. No?
Exactly. Literally, and the thing is, having worked here 8 years, I've worked in a lot of the locations, so I know where the fridge is, how many fridges they have. I know the caterers that are working there, that they're okay with certain things or not okay with certain things, and
certain things
you get really like comfortable
carrying the cake.
Yeah, I mean, even down to the detail. For example, if I do a really large cake, I have to think, okay, how is that going to go through this door? Yeah. How is that going to be when I'm driving up the driveway? You have to know the location.
How does it look? How's your car?
I have a built-in
so it's like
ice box.
Okay.
And every cake is different. Every cake is unique. So there's a lot of planning behind it. Yeah,
I can imagine. And a lot of stress as well. And
it can be stressful, but honestly,
that's why you love your work, I'm sure.
Honestly, the delivery part is the part, because you know that everything's coming together. So
and I guess as well, like the first time the bride actually sees her cake, for you, even if you make 75 cakes a year, it's every time like so low. The emotion is still there. No?
Yeah, I know this is gonna sound cheesy, but I really mean it. I get to my job is engaging with people on their happiest day.
Yeah, well, I mean, same for me. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just get to show up in this beautiful villa, decorated beautifully with gorgeous flowers. It's like you woke up in heaven, and then everybody's smiling, everybody's super nice, everybody's beautiful.
Yeah.
And you're just like, wow, I just
delivered it.
I just brought this cake to this amazing place,
Yeah.
So
I think for planners it's the same. Seeing your bride go down the aisle. For you, it's seeing your bride cut the cake.
Mm-hmm.
That you spend how much time doing?
It can really vary. It can vary from something as simple as 3 hours to 3 days.
You have
or
made
more
cakes.
3
days.
If I'm making handmade flowers, this is a process that would cumulatively maybe take 3 days. So a lot of times people go, oh, well, it's cake and flour. It's
it's not a cake and a flour.
It's not cake and flour. It's experience.
It's
It's intuitive. it's a lot of things that you
right.
cumulatively gather through the years.
No, for sure. And would you say that every cake is very unique? Do you think that there's a trend in wedding cakes? Do you think that it's coming to this island? How important is Mallorca for wedding cake trends?
So there's always trends in weddings. I think like you see them, but then they're gone for a long time. But one that's really been super popular the last couple of years has been, you know, these vintage cakes with the swags.
Would you say that this is vintage?
Well, this is more vintage. Yeah.
This one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And just, you know, the heart-shaped cakes with the just married.
It's true. I've seen them.
Or, you know, a tiered cake with all the piping and cherries on top.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. That's kind of been super popular. But now, as we're coming to this year, I'm seeing this new trend with these really long cakes. I don't know if you've seen them.
Is that hard to do?
No, it's not hard to do. It just might limit some of the fillings because it's a cake that can't necessarily be refrigerated once it's delivered, you know? And it depends on how long the table is, how long they want the cake. But I think they're really cool and beautiful if they're decorated properly, you know? Sometimes I've done a few with fresh flowers, but I see things like beautiful fruits.
I've seen some as well. I must say it's decorated.
And it just looks really spectacular,
cool.
Yeah. And the other trend that I'm seeing is sort of these Marie Antoinette type.
So what is that? Different from vintage?
It's vintage, but it's way vintage. You know, like
you'll show me.
Yeah, it's like you know, let them eat cake, sort of just very sweet and frilly and lots of
color,
lots of fruit and just extra, very extra.
And would you say that these extra cakes are maybe the most exciting cakes for you to make, or?
I mean, I think it's fun.
What is the fun?
I think it's fun coming from the art history background, you know, seeing these sort of Baroque type designs from, you know, 500 years ago or 400 years ago. And so you're doing these designs that are really fun, you know? So
yeah, you never do twice the mint cake. You never do. It's constantly changing, and you have different clients, different brides that are looking for finer details, brides that are going for colors.
Exactly.
You have vegans.
I have vegans.
More and more, no?
And I have a good repertoire of vegan, of paleo, gluten-free and paleo and vegan, you know? Yeah. And usually what I do is I kind of do a test kitchen, you know, through the months before the event, and I test things. So, I mean, some of these recipes are hard to make. Have been tested and tried, and I don't share them with anyone.
And do you try all your cakes?
I have to.
You have to?
I have to. I limit it
to tasting.
I limit it to tasting. And, you know, to be honest with you, after a year of working, I was like, yeah, cakes. But I'm a cake snob. I will not eat anyone else's cake except mine, because
I had no idea that you were such a snob.
I'm a bit of a snob, yeah.
But I think when you have a real passion and you know that you do it so well, you know, you kind of see it all.
Yeah, I tend to be, you know, but I think that's a good quality to have.
Yeah, I do.
And even, you know, with myself, always, I think the key to an artist is being able to be self-critical and knowing when you've done a good job, and knowing where you can improve. So 24 years of that, I think I've hit the sweet spot, you know.
And, you know, I've seen amazing vendors throughout the wedding planning agency that I have, and more clients coming from overseas. Mm-hmm. Do you feel that there's a real change in what they're asking for and how their way, you know, or are we going back? If someone is from overseas, do they want something very local to Mallorca? How important is Mallorca to the choice of their wedding?
I think 99% of the brides and grooms, the main thing is Mallorca.
So they want this culture. They want the benefit. You can't make a cake made out of jamon. So how do you bring Mallorca to the cake?
So through the flavors. That's one of the ways. Through the flavors, orange,
lemon,
figs, lemon, almond. Those are the 4 things. Okay. When I think of Mallorca, those are the 4 items that make Mallorca. The other thing is through the design, obviously, and a lot of times
the olive branches, the oranges.
Exactly. And I usually try, if I can, to sway people to fresh flowers, more than handmade flowers or paper flowers, rice paper flowers.
Why? Because it keeps this authenticity. I never know how to say this word.
Yeah, exactly. It's more leaning towards the natural, rustic nature that the island provides in design. Which is not to say that I won't do them, because in some, it depends on the location. For example, it can be more, more.
No, it depends on if you're going for a hotel venue, if you're going
if
for
it's
indoors,
if it's indoors, cool. If it's outdoors, let's get in the more freshness vibe,
sure. And you keep the same theme of the wedding as well. So if you have something that's more rustic, or if you have something more sophisticated, I guess that your cakes align with the vision.
Exactly. But sometimes the cake is sort of like the
masterpiece.
It's a bit like the art piece of the whole thing. So sometimes it has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
So it really can vary depending on.
I will always remember a little story with you, calling you on one of my first events with you, asking you for a cake for the bride to get out of the cake. Do you remember this? We wanted to open the cake, and there she was. That was a little bit difficult. So we didn't go that way.
Yeah, in the end, I think I was like, well,
it must be cool.
I mean, I have a carpenter I work with, but that would have we would have had to construct a cake out of wood and then paint it.
But it would have been exceptional.
It would have been cool, but definitely more time than 2 weeks, which is, I think, what we had.
Yeah, but we did do something really cool. I remember you created this fabulous cake using the design of her wedding dress. And
3 dresses.
3 dresses. Each tier had, it was inspired by a different dress. We made it work, and it was fabulous. But it was true that I loved the idea of having the bride come out of the cake. It was just so cool.
Yeah, that would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, different.
Yeah, definitely. I think it would work for a bachelorette party too.
Let's keep it in for the next one. And if you had an advice to a wedding couple who wants to get married in Mallorca, who's looking for a cake artist, who doesn't necessarily know anything about cakes, doesn't even know, because there's more and more brides who don't have the time to think it through. What is it?
So there's a couple of things. One, go with your gut instinct. Who do you feel has the concept that sort of fits your nature? Who do you get along with? The other thing is, don't think about price. I know that sounds like, no, we've got budgets. But I think when it comes to a cake, it's not the most expensive thing.
But it needs to be well done.
But it needs to be well done. I think it represents the whole wedding in a way. It brings sort of everything together.
It's like a first dance.
Exactly. And I think that it's a showstopper. It can be the centerpiece of the entire event in a certain way.
I don't think it can be. I think it is.
Yeah. It's like the centerpiece of the entire event. And so, it's not going to break the bank. Sometimes we're like,
put the money, do it properly.
I think it's really important to pick someone who knows what they're doing, who has experience, and do a tasting. Make sure to do a tasting and express all your needs.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And I think it's, I think also one thing that might be difficult for brides is that you see so many different trends, and for you it's a little bit different, but we see a lot of people shifting from wedding cakes to champagne towers, coming back to wedding cakes.
Yeah.
Deciding let's do a cupcake tower or let's do something else.
Yeah.
Maybe fireworks but I do really think that keeping the cake is like a first dance. It's like a ceremony. It's the moment, like you said, that we're bringing everybody together.
Yeah. Yeah.
So difficult question, but why a wedding cake?
Why a wedding cake?
Why?
I mean,
it's full of surprises. It's a memorable moment.
It's just so, it's
Three
just
words
so
there.
epic.
Yeah.
I mean, I really think the wedding cake, it's like the cherry on top. You know, it's just like, don't skip the wedding cake. You know, I mean,
we all want to bite of the beautiful wedding cake.
You literally, I've looked at the history of this because I'm a history freak, and you see wedding cakes from going way back to the Roman times. You know, to the Roman times. This is where they started stacking things, but it was bread. You know, it was like I think it was a honey bread. So if you think of a tradition that has been going on for so long, and it means so much, and it's evolved in its history, and it's just gathered this really, you know, like timeless meaning.
That's the wedding cake.
You can't just cut it out and put a champagne tower. Do you know what I mean?
There are people who prefer a champagne tower.
Go for the champagne tower, but
go
have
for the
a cake too, you know?
And when you look at this, come on.
Yeah.
It's just, let's go see it.
So I made a little sample cake to showcase some of, you know, the techniques and work, you know, and there's always a lot of things that are involved in making things pretty, but can be time consuming, and you know, you have to know what you're doing. So
of course.
So I'm just showcasing that, and then I brought a couple of samples.
Details. Show us all these details.
Yeah.
Like a piece like this, how long does it take?
So this actually, to decorate it, took about 3.5 hours, 4 hours to decorate. These are like handmade rice paper flowers.
Oh wow, can I touch?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you can touch them.
And this, you cut them? Or
yeah,
you find them like
they're
this?
cut with a little paper cutter. Wow. There's like paper cutters that...
So you do it yourself. And
exactly.
Then you put it on a
wire.
Wow.
Exactly. And then a lot of these are hand molded. All of these are hand molded and then placed. So made from fondant.
So would you say that this, for example, you found it on Pinterest, or you designed it, you did
this one, how
do you work? Like
this one, I literally had it in my mind how I wanted to. I did a quick sketch, and
so you do a sketch.
I incorporated some of the techniques that I knew I wanted to see in the cake, and then
it's beautiful.
I made it. Yeah. Thank you.
These.
So you asked me how a tasting is done. So typically I make 3 mini cakes just like this, and I bring it either to the hotel or we meet at my studio and we sit down and we have a very casual, tea time tasting and conversation with my clients, and we talk very briefly on what their taste profile is, their flavor profile, what they like, where's the event, and I get all the details from them, and then we sort of brainstorm, and in the end I might do a sketch there, or I might do a sketch later on for them with color and send that over, and that might be it, or there might be several conversations in between. My clients always have my WhatsApp, and we sometimes we go back and forth, and we're like friends by the end of it all, so it just varies. So yeah,
it looks beautiful. I think you put a lot of work in all of these cakes, so thank you so much. And it was a wonderful chat with you today. I think that
thank you.
It's really important for me that clients get to see the work behind their wedding. I think that each provider puts so much talent, so much time into creating and crafting what they know, their know-how, and I think it's important to showcase it. And I really do think that you're very, very talented.
Thank you.
So I'm really happy, very excited to take one of these home.
Absolutely.
And
you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you
for everything.
Thank you.